This camera is actually nice and bright at night. Shot of the van here. Shout out to Natalie.
Shout out.
Shout out to Natalie. That's today's topic. Today's topic is shout out to Natalie. You'll see when I drive. Getting off of work right now. Here's my normal lights. And here's my eBay LEDs. $20 LEDs. That's pretty bright. I'll turn off my LEDs when I get out of the parking lot. This one's for Natalie. You could reminisce about where you used to work. Remember this place? Okay, so I'm gonna share my thoughts. I'm gonna go to pilot right now, fuel up, but I'm gonna share my thoughts right now. So when I was younger, I was super shy. So I tend to gravitate towards shy people. Like, I don't talk to people. It takes a while. And then when I see the same people at work for a couple weeks, then I'll start opening up to people. So one of my friends, she was in the same work area as me, and she was sitting by herself at break. So one day I told her, hey, you could sit with us. You don't have to sit by yourself. This girl, she's kind of lazy. But, you know, she was shy. She seems like a good kid, so I friended her. And I'm an honest guy. I'm a straight shooter. And I told her, you're kind of lazy and you call in sick a lot. You might want to fix that, you know? You're going to get fired. And I tried to give her some advice, and, you know, she was receptive to the advice. I thought she was anyway. And I told her, if you're lazy, let me turn off my bright lights. So I told her, if you're lazy, clean the windows up here. Yeah, I told her, if you're lazy, get good at things that people don't like to do, like random knick-knack stuff. Get good at that. And she listened to me, and she got a little better. She's still lazy, and she still called in sick a lot, but at least she got good at a few things, so she was productive. So then my friend, she makes friends with this other girl, and this other girl is, man, you know what boiled hot dog water smells like? If this girl was a smell, she would be boiled hot dog water. She just has that grimy, oily look to her, but that's besides the point. Like, this girl, my friend, like, is really influenced by this girl. Like, she got extra lazy when she became friends with this girl, and I never said anything, man. I don't like to guilt by association people. So 2-3 weeks ago, I noticed my friend, she kept leaving things, like, blatantly. Like, she's always been lazy, and she would leave a few things, but we're in the same work area, and she just blatantly started leaving a lot of junk for me. And it's her job, but she would go home early, and she would just ditch me. So I called, I told management straight up, like, I don't want to work with these two people anymore, my lazy friend and her really lazy friend. I told management straight up, I don't want to work with these two anymore. And I told her friend too. Her friend tried to stand her ground and stay in the same area. And I told her, you're not here anymore, you're on 300. And, you know, she was just trying to hold her ground and stay there. So, you know, I just flat out told her, listen, I requested for you to not be in my area because you two are lazy. You guys don't do anything. Like, man, my job has this, it has like a vending machine area. Like, it's almost like a 7-Eleven with no cashier. Like, it's honor system. Like, there's security cameras, and, you know, you use your debit card. These two girls, man, they're always by the snack machine all the time. I'm like, do these girls ever work? They're always by the snack machine. Are there rides here? Am I missing something? Is there a roller coaster here? Why are these girls always by the snack machine? So yeah, I just got tired of that, man. My friend, here's what I say, man. If you're a hard worker, people around you are either gonna work harder because they want to try their best to match you. They want to, like, have that courtesy of, you know, at least trying their best to work as hard as you, or they're gonna take advantage of you. and my friend took advantage of me. I don't need friends like that, so I don't talk to her no more. And here's what I wanted to get at. I was doubting myself. I was questioning myself. Like, I was asking myself, like, am I just an impossible person? Am I just too harsh of a critic? Am I too picky when it comes to friends? So I was a little down. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little down. I wasn't depressed or anything, but I was sad about it because I was pretty fond of my friend. But like I said, man, I don't need friends who are going to take advantage of me because, you know, I'm a hard worker, so they're going to be lazy and they get to go home early and I'm going to finish their job. Nah, I'm not going to do that. So like I said, I was feeling a little bit down about that. So perfect timing. You know what, let me fuel up here and then I'll continue my story. I really like how this camera films bright even when it's dark outside. Happy with that. So, one of the hardest workers at my job that I've ever seen is my friend Natalie. I have a pretty good memory when it comes to making friends, and I remember how I became friends with Natalie. She was in a door called the Rialto door, and she was getting like tires and bumpers, cabinets, and there was a lot of people who were just walking by. They could have helped her. No one was helping her. So I jumped in the trailer and helped her out because no one wanted to help. And I saw that she was trying her best. And, you know, people who work hard, they win me over. Shy people and hard workers. A lot of times the shy people are the hardest workers. And then sometimes they're not, like my other friend. But that's how I became friends with Natalie. Because, like I said, hard worker, no one was helping her out. And I don't like to see people, like, on their own. You know, I like to help people out. So, I become friends with Natalie. You know, Natalie's super quiet. But, you know, I always, every time Natalie walked by, I'm always like, Natalie. So I find out, oh, one more thing. Her last week, this was pretty funny. We were clocking in, and I was like, yo, Natalie, do you ever get frustrated here? Do you ever get pissed off? And she said, no, not really. And I said, you're lying, aren't you? And she said, yeah. And I know, you're just professional. So my friend James, he told me it was Natalie's last day. When it was her last day, my friend James told me, hey, it's Natalie's last day. I'm like, no way, that sucks. Natalie's like one of the best workers ever. So I go up to Natalie and I'm like, yo, Natalie, I heard it's your last day. That sucks. We're gonna miss you. You're like one of the best ever. It was really cool getting to work with you. So we chit chat a little bit. So any friend I make at work, I tell them to check out my YouTube channel. So I told her, hey, my YouTube channel is John Drives Anything. I would really appreciate it if you check it out and make a few bucks on there. And you know, it would be cool if my channel grew to a point one day where that's my primary job. So I tell Natalie, John Drives Anything. So, you know, we say our goodbyes. So like I said, I was a little down losing my friend, you know, but like I said, I'm not gonna be fake and I'm not gonna be friends with someone who takes advantage of me. But I was down about it, man. I was sad about it. So a couple days later, after that happened, after losing a friend, I get a message from Natalie in the comments. Natalie leaves the comments and she's like, hey John, it's Natalie from FedEx. I'm finally subscribed to your channel. So I'm like, hey, cool, Natalie stopped by. So we chit chat a little, and it's funny because Natalie's super quiet. Like she hardly said anything at work, and in the comments, she said more in the comments than she ever has at work. She had a lot to say. So I never expected that, you know, because Natalie was so quiet. So it was cool to see Natalie stop by. I'm happy you stopped by, Natalie, but it's funny because my friend Jonathan, the guy at the beginning of the video, who gave a shout out to Natalie. I was like, yo, Jonathan, give Natalie a shout out. But I said, when Natalie stopped by in the comments, the next day I was like, hey, Jonathan, out of all the people that I've ever, because Jonathan, Jonathan hangs out we hang out at work, and I'm the guy who makes the friends. So he kind of sees how I make friends with people. So I said, hey, Jonathan, out of all the friends that I've ever made at this job, who do you think is the least likely person? Like, you'd never think they would stop by my channel to say hi. And he guessed Natalie. So that was pretty cool. So I was feeling down. See, here's the thing. This is why I wanted to make this video. My channel, I talk about my car projects, mainly my car projects, but my channel is also about life. That's why I'm always talking about work. I'm always talking about, like, working overtime and doing your best in life. Especially if you're blue collar, that's how you accomplish things in life. But, you know, work is a big part of my life. You know, I don't make friends in real life. You know, I make my friends at work. I'm not going to school anymore. I'm not in school. So where do you make friends for the most part? You make friends at work. So that's where I make my friends. So I was down losing a friend at work, but at the same time, it's cool to see someone I respect so much stop by my channel. And she said some nice things, man. I really appreciate Natalie, because I was feeling down and I was questioning myself if I'm just a bad guy who's like, who's too picky when it comes to friends. But the fact that Natalie said, you and Jonathan, you guys are always the last ones. You guys always stay late. You guys deserve a lot more praise than you guys get. That coming from a person like Natalie made my day, because here I am. I was a little down about my lazy friend, and my lazy friend, like, you know, she's disappointing, man. But for someone cool like Natalie to stop by in the comments, someone who's a real hard worker, one of the best ever, to have respect, I'm like, this is why, you know, I'm very picky with my friends. I like to be friends with the best people. You know, sometimes I make a few mistakes, like my lazy friend. Sometimes, you know, I just feel bad for people, and I don't like seeing people sit by themselves, and that's why, you know, sometimes I'm like inviting people to sit with me and my friends even before I know them, because I don't like seeing people be alone. But, you know, sometimes a few slip through the cracks, and then a lot of times I have good judgment, like being friends with Natalie. So yeah, that made my day, because I was down. So seeing someone cool like Natalie stop by in the comments and say nice things, I'm like, okay, it's there's nothing wrong with being who I am, and, you know, being a harsh critic and being picky when it comes to friends, because it's cool when you pick the right ones. So shout out to Natalie. It's cool seeing you stop by in the comments, and those are my thoughts for the day. Driving home right now. I wanted to talk about this while, you know, the memory is still fresh in my mind. I'm no longer disappointed.